Okay, guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about tenths and inches. And why do we use tenths? Why do we use inches? When do we use them? Why, where, whatever. So, just to kind of get the big, topic out of the way, inches are only going to be used in pipe size and paving subgrade, potentially concrete depths, paving GAB depths. Other than that, don't use inches. Feet still use, but when we talk about setting grade and elevations, we're going to be using tenths. So whenever you're grabbing a rod out of the back of a truck or something like that, make sure it's in tenths. And when it's in tenths, just look for in between the feet. It's 0 to 9 or 1 to 9, not 1 to 11. You won't see the 12 on there. That'll be the next foot. But when you grab that rod, you see that 11, put it back. I try not to make sure they're not out there in the company, but making sure that you're looking at those and making sure you're using the right rod is important. I've seen some guys get out there and get confused. So, if you need to convert inches into tenths, just Google it, and it's so easy. Yes, there's a mathematical formula. We can teach it. It's so easy, but don't waste the brain power. Just pull up Google, convert tenths to inches. And then some guys, they'll take a measuring tape and pull it up 11 and 3/4, or 9 and 3/4, and draw a line, a pencil on there, set the receiver, and be done. They don't waste a lot of brain power doing it. It's pretty easy. So, when you're measuring things out there, you're going to be in tenths. So 975.34 minus 975.12. Just do a subtraction on your calculator and adjust your rod accordingly. So tenths and inches is just the foot is divided up in 10 steps. That's it. It's not tied to metric or anything. It's divided up in 10 slices, not 12. That's it. Nothing major, nothing to it. No big deal. Like I say, the only time it'll ever get complex is when you're going from tenths into inches for subgrade. So you will set your subgrade elevation at 955.23, or it'll be a 955 line down to 954, and you're graded in. Okay, but what you're going to do is when you set curb is when the inches kind of play in. Okay. And once you got your curb set, you can use a string line or GPS it, and you can measure in inches that way. And then we just use a pocket folding rule, or a regular tape measure, standard framing tape measure. We'll pull out, go down there, pull the string across, and go down 8 inches or whatever. So it's pretty easy. Nothing major there, but sometimes there is a confusion between tenths and inches. It's nothing major. The only time you're going to use inches is 36-inch corrugated metal pipe, or you've got 11.5 inches of sub base, or not sub base, but to your subgrade for your paving. So that means you got 2 inches or usually 1.5 of binder or topping, 2 inches of binder, 6 inches to 8 inches of GAB, a ground aggregate base. And you'll add up all those numbers. Those details will be in the back of the plans. So you can actually get all of your inches added up, your 1.5 plus your 2 plus your 6, add all those up. And then that's how much you got to be below the curb, top of curb, there in the gutter, not the back of curb, but in the gutter. How much you got to be below there to get all your base material in there. That's really where it gets into complications on the inches. Other than that, everybody else is going to use tenths. So it's going to be 0.13 or 0.47. And you're just going to go up to the rod and you're going to find 11. So it's 11.47 feet that you're going to be using on your grade rod. So you go up to 11, then find your 4, and then count 7 little ticks between the 4 and 5. Run your little meter up there, lock it in. That's it. Foreman checks it. Make sure you double check, go back to your benchmark or go back to a known area and double check yourself a little bit. Shoot it, send it. So that's just a quick one on tenths and inches. If you ever have any concerns, just ask the foreman. That they should know this. If not, call me or call one of the representatives here at Wofford, and we'll gladly help you out. It's not a big deal, and we'll get it figured out. Surveying stuff can be a little daunting, so don't let it throw you out there too far. Just the biggest thing, check your rod. Make sure you're dealing with a 10th rod and not the inches. Try not to even have them on your truck. So, any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.